there's anybody that can wipe a smile off your face, it's Rodthang.
Good early start from the showman. Always worth the price of admission and then some, Rodthang. And lasiri with an early low blow.
Rodthang's coming out southpaw. That's definitely an adjustment. He switches back to orthodox, but he's starting in southpaw, which is rare for Rodthang. This is where lasiri believed he would have the advantage inside that clinch. He could kind of hang on him, try to drain some of that energy away from his arms, but that's a tall ask.
Flyweight Muay Thai World Championship on the line. 5 3-minute rounds in Muay Thai.
That was a nice leg kick landed by Rodthang.
Rodthang just looks so relaxed, like he's so relaxed between techniques, and then he throws with just such ferocity and speed.
Body kick from Rodthang.
Especially when he starts utilizing those combos, when he starts to dig into the body and answering with that leg kick right there. Already changing the demeanor.
He's hurt. He felt that one.
Olivier Cass steps in.
Yeah, he's kind of sitting in that no man's land, Rich. Like he's sitting in that area where he can't really land shots, right? And he's just kind of waiting. He's getting backed up by Rodthang.
This is what I was talking about before the match. He can win this match in 2 ranges, staying on the outside, using that jab, that reach that he has, or tying up to the clinch.
Joseph lasiri going spinning.
Rodthang just reads these techniques and just evades and moves.
Fly knee from lasiri.
Yeah, that bounced off the tree right there. Yeah, he just jumped in the air. Rodthang didn't even flinch.
Spinning back kick didn't land, and then fly knee didn't work. And Rodthang with a straight right. Lasiri unable to gauge that distance so far, as you alluded to, Mitch.
Yeah, he threw that big right hand, and Rodthang just floated out of the way of it.
Spinning back kick, not much damage from lasiri.
I like the way Rodthang cuts angles, too. He'll take these little short steps just to put you in line with his right hand.
You see there's a big speed difference between the two here. It's not the speed as much as it is the way that lasiri is throwing. His techniques aren't as tight as Rodthang. Those little micro movements gives Rodthang the milliseconds he needs to be able to read these punches, the kicks coming at him.
A 1-2 from lasiri, and Rodthang says, bring it on.
That's not a good sign when Rodthang takes a shot with small gloves and says, do it again. That felt like nothing. Let's go. Big gloves I can understand, but little gloves, come on now.
Rodthang's done that against several opponents at this point.
Big gloves, though. Those are big gloves. These are little gloves, and he's a strawweight champion of the world. Come on now.
End of round 1. Judicious with his movements.
Look at this. Rodthang reaching forward. He likes this. He likes to come forward, find range with his hands, touches it. Okay, come on, let's go. Let's go. He's starting to feel it.
Like, that was a good straight right from lasiri, and it did nothing.
No.
And we've seen this from Rodthang before, and most people think that when he does that he's getting emotional.
When you just approach him, he's just scared of you already, so just go ahead for it.
In the corner of Rodthang.
Highly technical advice from the corner.
I think the corner saw what we saw. Not a lot of respect given. You know, they're believing that lasiri is scared of Rodthang. I'm interested to see how he changes things. I'm interested to see what adjustments he can make here between 1 and 2.
Rodthang and lasiri, the bell in round 2. 5 3-minute rounds for the flyweight Muay Thai world title here in one championship.
I am surprised a little bit by lasiri standing his ground. Right? He's not really moving that. Maybe he's moving down on his feet, but he's standing in the pocket.
Rodthang comes out firing and then follows with a push kick.
Every shot on that series of strikes was a heavy landed shot. There was nothing wasted there.
I mean, he wastes no movement. It's incredible.
You can see how relaxed he just evades and leans back away from the kick.
And watch how he covers distance too. The way he approached that body shot, like he kept his feet underneath him the entire time so he could land the body shot and then go with the straight right hand. He missed the right hand, but the body shot was there. See, right there.
The hook.
Again.
Rodthang with a big elbow.
I'll tell you, Rodthang doesn't even waste any energy in his facial expression.
Crazy.
For people watching at home, this is efficiency. This is, if you looked up efficiency in the dictionary, you would see a video of this.
And he will stand and take shots. He's got an iron chin to go with it.
But he moves a lot. Like, his head is not really online. It's not like he's keeping his head stationary. He likes to slide his head out of position, but I don't think there's any respect for the power that lasiri might have, or in this case, might not have.
A couple outside leg kicks and another from Rodthang. Mixed in a right and then a left as well. Using his entire arsenal here in round 2.
And you see that well timed. Lasiri came up with the knee, and Rodthang just immediately dunked him.
Lasiri tries a straight right, and then doubles up on the jab, trying to get some kind of damage done here in the second.
There's another jab, and this is exactly what I was talking about. Lasiri has that 5-inch reach advantage. He should be pumping that jab out there all night. If nothing else, it keeps Rodthang from moving forward with his game plan.
Left hook and then a straight right from Rodthang. Outside leg kick.
Rodthang's doing a good job of beating up that lead leg, and what that's going to do, it's going to slow down his movement, and he's not going to be able to run as much, because right now he's moving a lot laterally, right? He's moving backwards a lot. And if he keeps beating on that leg, that movement's going to get less and less as the round goes on.
Final 25 seconds in round 2. Another miss from Lasiri. Spinning back kick. The two demeanors between these two guys, it's so different.
It's good to see Lasiri keeping his right arm, his elbow nice and tight to his body, because Rodthang's been digging to that lever a lot with that lead hand.
Credit Lasiri with trying some different things in his arsenal, but it's tough to land against the mighty Rodthang.
And even if you do land, he doesn't give you any respect for it. He just brushes his chin saying, why don't you give me another? Look at that coming forward. Look at the way that Lasiri's being moved around, right? When every time Rodthang hits him or pressures forward, he's stumbling, he's off balance, his feet are underneath him.
Stop with low kick, no more low kick,
parti tu col diretto perché
go
lo
with
vedi
the
lo
direct
kick
jab.
Poi la seconda cosa, quando si butta, che tu lo
When he's
vedi
come-
e sta
when he
andando
attack,
indietro, gomito dritto, Joe,
go with
dietro
elbow,
gomito,
elbow.
lo prendi 100%.
Picchialo con le mani che lo fermi.
So the corner's seeing the same thing I'm seeing. They're telling him, use the jab, use the jab. That's going to keep, you know, we saw in the replays there, Mitch, and you talked about Rodthang disrupting Lasiri's balance, whether he's, you know, kicking him off balance or in that last replay where you saw him bump him. That's something that people don't see oftentimes or respect, is just those little bumps that keeps Lasiri from being able to fire back. And right now he should be pumping that jab to stop Rodthang from moving forward.
For our audience back in North America and the United States in particular, who aren't as familiar with Muay Thai, the opportunity to watch a guy at Rodthang do his craft at the level that he does here tonight, very impressive stuff.
Yeah, look, he originally started the match orthodox, right-handed, right hand back. And now Joseph Lasiri's moving to his right, so Rodthang switches southpaw. So now Joseph Lasiri is walking into his power side, which is a huge detail and kind of game-changing for what Joseph Lasiri is going to be feeling with these shots.
Spinning back fist, Lasiri.
Keep in mind, switching from conventional to southpaw like that, like typically people that are predominantly a conventional fighter, they might switch into southpaw for a few combinations or strikes and then go back to their strong side. But Rodthang has been primarily just maintaining a southpaw stance.
Lasiri again trying to spin and walked right into it. I like his activity though, Mitch, right? I mean, Lasiri is trying about everything he can against Rodthang.
Yeah, but he's just not doing what he does best, and that's a lot of combinations and relentless pressure, right? We're not used to seeing Lasiri back up. In his match against Sam A, Lasiri was forced onto the back foot and being pressured back. Lasiri does his best work when he controls the pace and the tempo pushing forward. And now he's not able to do that because Rodthang is not really respecting him.
See some of the damage to the face of Lasiri.
There's a good jab, needs to keep that firing out, but see the way Rodthang slips out of the way of it? Right? He's just eating him just to walk forward and grab a hold of lasiri.
Yeah, Rodthang walking him down. All right, he welcomes him back to the center of the one circle.
Wow, Rodthang actually told the referee to make him come forward. Olivier Cause stopped it and said, yeah, you gotta go forward.
Oh, and then a couple of hooks from Rodthang, puts his hooks into the body of lasiri.
I thought Rodthang was going to give lasiri a yellow card.
40 seconds, round 3. Good stuff.
There's that jab.
Yep.
You know, he's listening, he's trying, he's doing his best. But look at the way Rodthang moves his head and parries the punch, right? So he's not even hitting it. So they need to come up with another solution besides just firing the jab out. That's what he needs to do.
Couple of hooks and a jab from lasiri.
He's mixing in the hooks. That's important, right? Not just throwing that jab out there, but throwing in the hook to give him a different look.
That jab is doing more damage than you think. You can see a little bit of the wear on Rodthang's left eye.
Big left to the face there from Rodthang. You see the wear and the tear on lasiri's face here as we come down to the final seconds of this round. A couple of rights from lasiri.
And lasiri's doing a good job of hanging in there. Right now we're in the, some of these later rounds, and maybe Rodthang might start slowing down by chasing after lasiri like that. I know lasiri ain't gonna get tired. He could do this for 25 rounds, but with Rodthang, he might start to slow.
When you say he's a showman, that's the perfect example right there.
See that right there. See, he mixed in the hooks to the body, hooks to the head, and then threw the jab. That was a nice little combination landed by the strawweight champ. Well, yeah, I gotta take that back. I don't think Rodthang's looking tired at all.
A little bit of damage underneath the left eye.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
if you're splitting hairs.
Yeah, my only criticism of Rodthang, I guess at this point, the only thing I could come up with is that he's just walking forward a lot and taking some unnecessary damage that he otherwise doesn't need to. We know how good his head movement is and how he can get offline, and he's getting impatient. You could tell, like he really wanted this action to happen.
Is it strange that really the corner is saying nothing to him?
To Rodthang?
Yeah.
No, I don't believe so. I think at this point in time, you're basically going to tell your fighter, hey, keep doing what you're doing other than letting yourself get dumb. But the game plan that they've set forth is unfolding the way that they want it to.
And in that match against Tahir Kalilov, where Rodthang let the guy punch him in the face, it was actually a split decision. So one of the judges actually saw it for Tahir, who was doing a lot of punching and was successfully landing. So it might be to Rodthang's benefit to really start putting the showmanship aside and still put that pressure on and not just give up shots.
Rodthang continues to come forward and fire shots at the face of lasiri. 2:10 to go here in round 4. Flyweight Muay Thai world champion Rodthang defending his belt against lasiri, heavy underdog tonight in Singapore. But lasiri came in having won 3 straight and 4 of his last 5. Nice left, and then the jab. The hook and the jab from lasiri. Saw in the last round as well.
See, there's that beautiful jab again. That one landed, snapped the head back.
But then a couple of hooks to the face from Rodthang and a push kick.
See, lasiri's still able to keep his feet underneath him. Now he's moving well. Now he doesn't seem as discombobulated by who's standing in front of him. He's taken a lot of Rodthang's big shots and still able to hang in there, which has got to give him confidence.
That last piece of the exchange between the two of them, where lasiri didn't throw the jab out there, and Rodthang was able to just step in with that lead hook to the body.
It's the head movement of Joseph lasiri, right? Like he's moving his head quite well. Rodthang might be a good idea to start digging to the body, utilizing that left kick to the body.
There you go. There's a jab. There's another 1-2 off of that. I think that jab is the most useful tool he's got.
Look at that. That was a
Straight
beautiful
right.
side angle step right there from Joseph lasiri to come back and answer with a right hand.
Lasiri starting to figure things out a little bit here. Round 4, 50 seconds left.
Definitely the first 2 rounds went to the flyweight champ Rodthang. That 3rd round, that was a better round for lasiri. Probably still went to Rodthang, but here in the 4th,
He's wobbled, took a shot to the body. Lasiri did.
Yeah.
He's still wobbled here. He's hurting. 30 seconds. He's got to survive this.
yeah, really important for him to keep that right arm just tattooed to the right side of his body, because Rodthang loves to dig that left hand right there. See, that left hand right strikers always hunt for the liver.
Shots to the face from Rodthang. 15 seconds. Survival mode here from Joseph Lasiri.
Yeah, you can see him throwing that body down.
There he goes.
It's a slip.
It's a slip. 10 seconds. Fourth round.
Oh, that's a knockdown. The count
It is a knockdown.
Step forward, step forward. Go.
Right at the end of round 4. And there's the bell.
Yeah, so that knockdown now will score this as an automatic 10-8 round. I like to see that one on the replay there.
That was a better first half of the round, at least. Rodthang started to turn it up there in the second half of that round, but Lasiri was looking sharper, at least in the first minute and a half or so of that round. But then, oh, see, that was the one. Yep. That left hand to the liver, hunting after it like Hannibal Lecter and a nice Chianti. Look at that. Boom,
Incredible.
nice. That was pretty close. That was pretty off the jab, too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ruled a knockdown at the end of round 4.
You can touch him with the elbow.
Vai di più, Joe. Metti sta quinta.
Go,
Tieni sulle
accelerate.
mani.
Fifth and final round. I feel like Rodthang took rounds 1, 2, and 4.
Yeah, probably 3.
Probably 3 is
Ready?
Yeah, I think this is a must-knockout situation for Lasiri if he wants to win.
3 minutes to go in this world title fight. The co-main event on Prime Video 4.
I want to say that Rodthang's pitching a complete no-hitter, but he's pretty close to doing quite well.
We talked about this being
Center,
a
guys.
major
Right?
underdog
Okay,
match
let's go.
before, and I went out on a limb and said this is not as much of an underdog match, although Rodthang's been in control, but Lasiri has brought more to the table, I think, than most people would believe.
I mean, Chachi thought he was going to get him out of there in the first 2, so
That's right.
you know, Joseph Lasiri, hats off to him if I was wearing one, is definitely looking strong. Still in the 5th round here, moving well, even after eating some big shots.
He's the one strawweight
That's warning.
Muay Thai world champion, Joseph Lasiri, is moving up a weight, trying to take this belt from Rodthang here tonight and become a 2-division world champion.
Olivier Kloss earlier said last warning for Lasiri for running.
Spinning back fist, Lasiri. Rodthang says, come on, that's all you can do? Rodthang putting on a show here in the final round.
Joseph Lasiri's got to be careful here. He's still doing well. He's still got on the back foot. He's not taking a lot of damage. You can't let Rodthang play these mind games, because that's how you get ended.
Rodthang taunting.
His game plan, keep moving, utilize the jab, get back to where he's doing some good.
80 seconds to go, final round in this world title fight.
I think you can see Rodthang's frustrations unfolding in the fact that he didn't think that this was going to go to a decision.
Rodthang's coming into this matchup with a samurai kick. Olivier Cross gave him a warning. You can't put your hand on the floor like that, so
you know,
that's why he gave him the warning.
It was kind of worth it to impress the crowd here. That's what he does. That is the scouting report on Rodthang and why he's such a fan favorite. Big shot with a
It was a
right.
knockdown for sure. Not questioning that one. Look at the showmanship from Rodthang.
Rodthang closing the show in impressive fashion. 30 seconds to go. Another heavy right.
Monstrous right hand out of that southpaw position.
Body kick Rodthang. Showing everything. Another right. Lasiri on the run. Taunting is Rodthang. 15 seconds in this world title fight.
15 seconds, something devastating could still happen for Rodthang. Don't close your eyes on this last 10.
Rodthang looks like he's taking his foot off the gas, trying to have some fun out there, still trying to close the show out.
He is a box office blockbuster in every sense of the word. Rodthang. What a show here tonight in
What a
Singapore.
showman. What a showman.
Very impressive, very impressive. Another great job by the champion to make it 12-0, a full dozen wins here inside one championship.
You know, we talk about this being a major underdog fight for Lasiri, but I tell you, coming into a match like this against competition, against this level of competition with Rodthang, what a great performance by Lasiri. You know, we talk about him being able to utilize that jab more, but he did a great job moving around. This is Rodthang calling for more action as he steps back. This is where I think he actually wanted to give the yellow card.
I mean, those are pretty good shots from Lasiri, and his head is barely moving. He wants more.
Yeah, you can tell Rodthang just didn't respect Lasiri's power, and it's easy for someone like Rodthang to just continue to move forward. When you don't have respect for your opponent's power, there's no fear of getting knocked out, which is a big statement to make in this Muay Thai with these 4-ounce gloves.
Box office blockbuster, Rodthang. Worth the price of admission and then some. What a performance. Here's Tom Lau.
This match was presented to you by Toomey. And now to present the belt for this match, we have the chairman and CEO of One Championship, Mr. Chachri Sityodtong. Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds of battle, we turn now to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges have scored this contest in favor of your winner by unanimous decision, and still undisputed one flyweight Muay Thai champion of the world,